Hello guys and gals, it's me Mudahar, and I just wanted to talk about something today. The Lolcow podcast has come to an end. Shocking. So shocking. Wings comes out and he says, I'm tired of being called a pedophile or whatever. It's like, that's understandable to an extent, you know what I mean? But the thing is, it made me think of something. You know, you have Wings, you have Boogie, and you have so many other YouTubers, but let's just take those two for right now as an example. I'll bring up at least one more later. So you've got Wings and Boogie. Okay, Boogie, if you know anything about his past, he's like a former 4channer. He's a lot more hardcore, so to speak, than he lets himself on, a lot more politically incorrect than he lets on, right? And so, you know, Boogie, this whole thing is just fake with him being like real nice and stuff. It's just totally fake. He's a compulsive liar. He's lied about all kinds of stuff. He's just not a good person. But, he sells his dignity on the internet for money. I mean, that's what he does. That's all that he does. He sells his dignity on the internet for money. Now, Wings, he does the same thing, but a little bit differently. Wings is also selling his dignity online, but he's not like going out of his way to personally do it. It's almost like it happens to Wings on accident or something like that, And that's how it is with a lot of these people. They don't realize, but they're just selling their dignity. And, you have so many people online who are doing this, and it's for one reason or the other, whether they just hit the grift and they want to keep it up. Well, there's a vagrant. Whether they just want to keep the grift up or whatever it is, they do it. And then you have people like Boogie who just play into it for the money. Obviously he has more money than what he says. I mean, there's so many things about Boogie, but the point in making in this video is he's selling his dignity online. Okay, well, Wings is doing the same thing. You have people like Review Tech USA, right? Review Tech USA used to do these streams where he would get on stream and he would just take his shirt off for $50. You have things of this nature. You have people like Ethan Ralph who, are a lolcow. They've pretty much embraced it. And, he's doing it about the best I think you could do it. If you're going to sell out your dignity online for money, I think Ralph's probably doing it perhaps the best way. He's owning it at least. But people like Boogie are just so pathetic. People like Wings are so pathetic, and they don't have to be that way. I'm not trying to just take a fat dump on the guys, but sometimes you need to hear the truth, and it's just unfortunately the truth. They're people at the end of the day. They don't have to do this to themselves, but they're doing it for money. There's just no integrity. You could take what I've said this whole video and change the word to integrity. You're selling out your integrity as a human being, right? And so many of these grifters are doing the same thing. They sell out their integrity if they're not selling out their dignity. And it's just, why do these people do this? For money. Is the money really worth it? Is the money really worth, going online to potentially millions of people and acting like an idiot, man? I don't think so. At least not to me. What kind of person do you have to be to where that is worth it? That's a question that I ask in my mind. The other person I wanted to bring up was Nick Rekieta. And so you see Nick Rekieta, he was so successful. First of all, he's a lawyer. He was rich. Well, he wasn't rich, but he was very well off, even when he started YouTube, right? But, he keeps going. He eventually hits it big with this Kyle Rittenhouse, the Kyle Rittenhouse and the Johnny Depp streams. Huge. They got so huge. And he's blowing it. He has this locals thing, which is like a Patreon alternative. He's on Rumble, right? But his super chats are going down and everything. If you know anything about this Nick Rekieta story, he's essentially became terminally online to the point to where he is now cross-dressing, for fans and money in front of his kids is disgusting. He has sticking bottles in himself and posting pictures online. If you knew anything about Nick Rekieta to start with, he was like a trad con type of dude. This was not the original Rekieta Law persona. But yet, he's selling out his dignity as well. I mean, he is just straight up selling out his dignity. And his kids have to live with this. It's worse for him because he has children. And his children know, I'm sure, or at least gonna know, that his dad streams on the internet. And they're eventually gonna want to know, what he does. And they're gonna have to see all this degenerate stuff. The dude's like some kind of sexual freak. And he's just online doing this stuff with a family. And now that even the money's drying up, I mean, Nick at any point in time could just become a lawyer. He could just start practicing law and go that route with his life. But he's not. He's getting on camera, selling his dignity, selling his integrity, just for easy money. If you're trained in law, you could probably find a niche where you just did some paperwork. Lawyers make enough money to where that work would probably equal out. You could just take on I guess, probably a case or two at a time. And just, not have to work that much, but probably still be able to support a family. I'm just speculating. I don't know. But you would not have to, as a lawyer, get on YouTube and post and other sites and post pictures with like bottles up your rectum and things of this nature, and getting white girl wasted on stream all the time. You're getting white girl wasted and embarrassing yourself, dude, and embarrassing not only yourself but your family. So you're selling them up the river at the same time. It's pathetic, and just like Boogie is pathetic, he's not as helpless as he makes himself out to be, but he wants people to think that and get that sympathy and get the sympathy money. And so, I don't understand how it's worth it to these people. They must be insane. They literally must be insane for their dignity to be worth any amount of money. Like, even if you could live in a mansion, if you could live in LA and just have a mansion and all of this stuff, if you're the kind of person that would put the types of videos of yourself online that Boogie puts out, or that Wings puts out, or Rekieta puts out, or Ethan Ralph puts out, or any of these people, or probably many more. If you're that type of person, I simply do not relate to you. I don't understand you. I don't get where you're coming from. Money is just not worth that. This is your legacy. You get one life, and you spend your one life doing this for easy money. It's like, go do something else. Stop being pathetic. Be a real person with like real goals and real values, and just have a point to your life, have a purpose to your life besides entertaining some freaks online. Stop being so terminally online. Nick got himself into the weeb pipeline, right? And now he's some kind of complete weirdo. He's went from tradcon to complete weirdo in a matter of like 2 years. It's crazy. And so these people, I don't know what their issue is. I don't know why they don't value their lives or their families' lives, and they're just so willing. It's like a delusion. You're so willing to put yourself online and sell yourself out for the shekels, for the money. It's stupid, man. And I've said my piece on it, but I just can't get over, like, the video where Boogie's on all fours begging to be kept on the Lolcow podcast or whatever. Even if that's a bit, and even if some people know that's a bit, it's just so pathetic. How could you live with yourself having a video like that out there? People used to be embarrassed of like something happening to you in high school, and you'd be sitting in the bed at night and this stuff would come rushing back to you. You would think about this stuff and it would bother you, right? This stuff would bother people. There was a time in the world where having videos like that online was embarrassing, but I guess it isn't to these people anymore. And so, I just wanted to put out this video. I'm going to end it here, but I just wanted to put my thoughts out there and just, a lot of people in commentary do this. So many YouTubers do this. So many. And that's why you see them getting called out for weird stuff all the time. There's so many allegations and so many this and that. Like, the ratio of, like, freak YouTubers is really high, I feel like, compared to the normal population. It's because these guys are terminally online. It's like, hey, I'm terminally online too, but I'd like to think that I'm not like some kind of, I'd like to think I'm normal. I still do things in life. I have goals outside of the internet. I do things outside of the internet. I do keep up with it quite a bit, but it's stuff I put on in the background, it's while I'm doing other stuff. And so a lot of these guys I just don't understand, man. It's ridiculous. I'm going to end it here. I appreciate you guys watching. Let's try to keep putting stuff out, man. And the sound quality should be better now. I had a moment and I had my microphone flipped the wrong way. So I'll see you guys soon, man. Thanks for watching.